Mike Mcdaniel is under the microscope, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The Dolphins made their move by extending McDaniel's contract, and now it's time for him to deliver. This season has had its ups and downs, but the pressure is mounting. After a shaky start, McDaniel is facing the reality of proving he's the right man for the job. And with Tua Tagovailoa out for the next 4 weeks due to yet another concussion, the heat just got cranked up a notch. Skylar Thompson steps up as the next man in line, and McDaniel has made it clear he has all the faith in him. But it's not just about faith, it's about results. The fans, media, and analysts aren't sold yet, and there's a lot of skepticism surrounding Skylar's ability to carry this team. The noise is loud, and McDaniel has no choice but to drown it out. This Dolphins roster is stacked. We're talking about some of the best talent this team has seen in a long time. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and Devon Achane are explosive weapons on the field, but there's no hiding the fact that without Tua, the equation changes. If he were healthy, the Dolphins would be clear favorites in their upcoming games against Seattle, Tennessee, New England, and Indianapolis. But now, it's a different story. The offensive line is the elephant in the room. They've been struggling, and that's putting it lightly. The line has been consistently outplayed, overpowered, and simply pushed around. With even more injuries piling up, the situation is becoming dire. Everyone's worried, everyone except for McDaniel, it seems. He's remained optimistic, claiming that the concerns are being blown out of proportion. But that's easy to say when you're not the one getting hit on every play. Now, with Skylar in the pocket, things could get ugly fast if McDaniel doesn't find a way to fix the O-line issues. So, how does McDaniel fix this? How does he keep this season alive and salvage what could easily spiral into disaster? It all starts with smart play calling. McDaniel has shown flashes of brilliance, but there have been too many times when he's overthought it, gotten outcoached, and put his team in tough situations. He needs to simplify things, keep it grounded, and run the ball. The Dolphins have a lot of depth at running back, and they need to utilize it to control the game and keep their defense fresh. Long, sustained drives that eat up the clock, that's how you help an inexperienced quarterback like Skylar. Speaking of Skylar, it's crucial to make things easier for him. Sure, he's shown some grit and resilience, especially in the 2022 wildcard game, but let's be real, he's not going to win these games on his own. It's up to McDaniel to craft a game plan that takes the pressure off Skylar and puts the ball in the hands of the playmakers. Tyreek, Waddle, and Achane are game changers, and Skylar's job is to get the ball to them and let them do their thing. McDaniel has talked about the team's confidence in Skylar. He's mentioned the thousands of hours Skylar has put in as the backup, running through plays and preparing for moments like this. But preparation is one thing, and execution is another. It's time for McDaniel to prove that this confidence isn't misplaced. He's known as a player's coach, someone the guys want to play for. But now, more than ever, he needs to back up his words with wins. As McDaniel himself said, adversity is opportunity, and he's staring at a golden one right now. In the meantime, the Dolphins have added quarterback depth by picking up Tyler Huntley from the Ravens practice squad. Huntley has experience, and his dual-threat capability could prove useful, though Skylar remains the starter for now. Huntley's addition wasn't shocking, he's been on the Dolphins' radar since his college days. Back then, he was hopeful that Miami would draft him, but fate led him to Baltimore instead. Now, he's here, and while his role remains uncertain, it's clear that he'll be ready if called upon. Thompson's performance over the next few weeks will be pivotal. The Dolphins are walking a tightrope without Tua, and every game matters. The team has to remain competitive, and Huntley might play a role in that effort, even if it's just as insurance. One thing is certain, though, the clock is ticking, and McDaniel is running out of time to prove he's got what it takes. Will he rise to the challenge? The fans are waiting, and so is the NFL.